Hey, what is up, Aquamigos? What is up, YouTube? How are you guys doing today? Thank you guys so much for joining me today. If you are new here, my name is Tobias and welcome to my YouTube channel. And today what I have for you guys is a really fun video. I'm going to be aquascaping the smallest tank you've ever seen. This is going to be a micro aquascape, a ultra nano aquascape, a tiny aquascape, and this is what I'm going to be using. That right there. I'm going to be aquascaping this like a tank. And just really quick, guys, if you are expecting a shout out from me in this video, make sure that you watch until the end. I'll be doing shout outs at the end of this video. And of course, guys, I will be taking off the lid so this lid won't be so distracting. And check it out. The reason I had this idea is because I was looking at these pieces of lava rock that I had. These are kind of larger pieces. I originally had these in the filter of my pool pond, and then in my 20-gallon when I had my fantail goldfish in there, I put these in that tank to help jumpstart the cycle of that tank. And then after, I cleaned out that tank, I rescaped it. And afterwards, I was just looking at these lava rocks and I was looking at how interesting the shapes were, and they were actually really inspiring to me. And I was actually thinking to myself, wow, I wish I actually had these lava rocks, but like large, because I think they would be so cool in an aquascape if they were just bigger. And then I had the bright idea. I was like, well, since I don't have the large versions of these rocks, I can get a small version of a tank and aquascape that using these rocks. And I think it'll give the same illusion that we get with a larger tank. This is the 10-gallon tank that I aquascaped in last week's video. And if you did see that video, take a look at all the dwarf hairgrass. I don't know if it's my imagination or not, but I feel like the dwarf hairgrass is already starting to grow. I feel like it's a little longer than it was like a week ago. If you haven't seen that video, check it out. It took me a super long time to plant all that dwarf hairgrass. It probably took me like over 2 hours, but I think it was so worth it. The tank is still cycling. I've been putting a little bit of fish flakes in that tank every day to help start that nitrogen cycle. And actually for this right here, guys, we're going to use the leftover materials from this aquascape. So I have the leftover sand in that bucket right there. I have some leftover dwarf hairgrass in this container right here. And then of course we'll be doing the hardscape with these lava rocks right here. Of course, there won't be any fish going in here or anything like that. There won't be a filter. It is way too small to put any fish in, of course. So let's go ahead and get started. And if you guys decide at any point during this video that you actually like this video, I'd really appreciate it if you went down there and gave this video a like. That would help me out so much. And if you'd like to see more videos by me in the future, make sure to go down there and hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notifications button. I upload new fish videos every Friday. Let's go ahead and get right into this. So I put down some towels so I don't make too much of a mess, but let's go ahead and start off with the sand. Then we'll figure out a good composition with our lava rocks. And then after that, of course, we'll plant in the dwarf hairgrass. Alright guys, so that's what I came up with as far as the hardscape goes. I think I like it. It was definitely a challenge to figure out something that looked cool in such a small space. I ended up not using these two rocks. I went for more of the darker colored ones. I think it looks pretty nice. I think it'll look even better once we get water in here. Let's go ahead and do that right now. And just like that, guys, for some reason, adding the water made it look 10 times better already. Just kind of want to smooth out this bottom part right here. You know what, guys? Let's go ahead because it's already kind of starting to resemble this tank a little bit in the symmetrical style, with the rock formations and the sand. Let's go ahead and do the same thing where we put this little path down the middle. Let's do the same thing in here. you know, just a simple thing like those pebbles going down the middle to create that path, I feel adds so much to the look of this thing. And now let's go ahead and add our final touch, which is the dwarf hairgrass. Alright guys, there we have it, our micro aquascape right next to our larger 10-gallon aquascape. It looks like we're looking in at some kind of rock formation or mountain range, just like this one over here. So even although this aquascape is on a much smaller scale, it's giving the same visual effect like we're getting on this larger 10-gallon aquascape. And anyone could really try this out. Just try to get one of these plastic containers. I don't really know what they're for. They're for catching bugs or something, or they probably sell these at pet stores. And they can't be that expensive. Just get one of those, find some cool looking rocks, get some sand somewhere, and you essentially have everything you need. And if you want to get some plants, you know, you can do that too. But this is a great way, if you've never done a tank before, if you've never aquascaped something before, this is a great way to find out if it's something that you'll actually like before you go ahead and make the larger investment. And I'm actually really surprised on how much of that dwarf hairgrass we were actually able to get in there. If you want to check out the video where I aquascaped this tank, I talk a little bit more about the dwarf hairgrass in that video. But yeah guys, I'm super happy with the result we got. And just really quick guys, I'll give a couple quick updates. We still have the one toad in this tank. We're still waiting on the 15 gallons to cycle. We still have the one mosquito fish in there. There he is up at the top. We have my single tiny water lettuce plant, the only plant that survived in this tub. Still have that in there. And we still have all the guppies over here in the 20 gallon. The Nubius is really coming in. This is that one Anubias plant that I propagated. And of course guys, before I close out this video, you know I got some shout outs for the Aquamigos. First, I'd like to give a shout out to Michael Wells. Thank you Michael for being an Aquamigo. I know you've been a longtime viewer of the channel and I really appreciate the support. Next, I have a shout out for Matt Stull. Thank you Matt so much for being an Aquamigo. I really appreciate the support. And finally, I have a shout out for Joel Shaw. Thank you so much Joel for the continued support. I really appreciate that. And if any of you watching this video would like a shout out in my next fish video, all you have to do is go down to the comments below and comment "I am an Aquamigo," and I will shout you out in my next fish video. And if you guys like this video, or if you thought that this tiny aquascape was cool, make sure to go down there and give this video a like. That would help me out so much. And if you would like to see more videos by me in the future, make sure you go down there and hit that subscribe button and also hit that bell notifications button. I upload new fish videos every Friday. A lot of them are on my aquariums or my pool pond. So if that sounds like something that you would be interested in, you definitely want to go down there and hit that subscribe button. Thank you all for watching up until this point, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Peace!